think it's so funny that the first thing, you know, like humanist, Satanist, atheist, occultist, New Ager, they love to use the Bible against you for some reason. Like they're just mentally and morally superior than you, and they'll say some shit like, you'll be like, man, dude, that is a cool gun, and they'll look at you all serious and shit like they're Jesus, and they'll be like, thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? All the while they're UN members that plan 90% depopulation and FEMA camps and shit of that nature, martial law, medical martial law, take your microchip, death, fucking vaccination, type people. Tell you things like thou shall not kill. It's just because they're not pulling the trigger and they're using the system mechanism to smoke you, they feel that they're innocent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, basically. And that is a fucking misquotation, bud. Thou shall not kill. They act like that's one of the 10 Commandments. But sometimes it is written that way, but there's a little sub parentheses that says, lie in wait. I've even seen it written in sometimes it says, thou shall not lie in wait. The translation of that would be, thou shall not murder. That means when you either it's just random, it's momentary, circumstantial, but if it was unmerited, without cause, it's murder, okay? Or if you planned it, that's murder. Or if you set someone up to get murdered by someone else, it's still murder. So in all actuality, the person who's telling you thou shall not kill is a murderer. Because even if you didn't commit the murder yet, but you plan to, you're still a murderer. I mean, that's how these things work. The seeds of sin are planted in your heart. And then they grow into trees in your mind. And then the fruit is the deed of it, okay? This is how these things work, my friend. Sorry if I'm getting all crazy and shit, but I gotta talk through the NSA, CIA to get to you. So look, remember that. Take that into consideration. Everything we say and do is watched. And if they want to, they'll twist it against us somehow. So remember that. I gotta be semi on point. You know what I'm saying? So that means I gotta draw from a certain power, you know what I'm saying, to accurately express this to you. Because I want you to learn. I want this to be the last time you ever have to hear it. I want you to know it, in all actuality. If you are so, if it's just meant to be that you happen to hear this, you know what I'm saying? I am talking to you then in that case. If you're listening, I am talking to you, my friend. And them. And all of us. I'm talking to myself at the same time, too. Because I got to remind myself of these things as well. You don't think sometimes I get angry and think bad things and then got to go, damn, man, I can't think that way. That's the way I was programmed through TV and music and school to think this way. And I got to remind myself, wait a second. I don't have to carry this on. I just have to unlearn it. And that's going to take confronting it and trying and working at it, alright? So there's one scripture how people will use that and shut a Christian down and make him look like a chump and a sissy and a fool. Because they're going to know, and they're going to know what I know. You know what I'm saying? But you are supposed to believe in this, but yet you don't even know. Come on, man. That's how, by the fruit you shall be known. If you don't even know it, and you can't discern it for yourself, and then reciprocate it to a friend, man, dude, what kind of good friend are you? What kind of friend of Jesus are you? Even though, look, I think Jesus is okay. I think he understands, dude, even if it was made up by the Greeks and the Catholics. Still, you know, God's got many names. So does Jesus, alright? I mean, they do say Yeshua, and that does sound more accurate. But I think, you know, it's excusable if people are unaware. I don't think people should dwell so hard on this right at the moment. Because we could just call him the Lamb. and the lion that is to come back. And it's still that you know who we are referring to, if you know the word. So, no sense in being so. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Pharisees were, man. They thought, they were like, oh, how dare you save that or pick that corn on the Sabbath. And Jesus is like, I am the Lord of the Sabbath. I made this. And which one of you wouldn't do it if there was something important was on the line? So come on, why are you making a big deal out of this? You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. When you make a big deal out of something that it's not necessary, that's like doing violence without cause. That's doing verbal violence without cause. It's like, look, man, hold on. Hold on, man. Let's not jump the gun. Let's not make everyone look bad now. Let's not give the word a bad taste in everyone's mouth if we don't have to. When we don't have to, because it does that already as it is. Because there's shit in there that we all do that we shouldn't. And it's just a reminder. Remember sometimes. It'll save you from doing something before you do it. And then you'll appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, people who have no morality are in prison for life or in the electric chair, or men are stealing from us all without no remorse, and there's no system to stop them because it's corrupted, and there is no morality in the land. This is what happens when people think thou shalt not kill, when it doesn't say that. It says thou shalt not murder. If we did not kill, if people didn't kill, we wouldn't be here right now. And a lot of people wouldn't eat. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone can be a vegetarian. You know what I'm saying? Some people got to do what was natural. Sometimes it's like that. And it's not a bad thing. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's just a part. And that also reminds you that, hey, I'm not going to live forever. Maybe I should be the best person I can be as much as I can remember to be. And please, if I make mistakes along the way, please forgive me, my friend, if it's forgivable. Because I can understand if I did something that was not. And I deserved the... You know what I'm saying? Because I became good for nothing or whatnot. Like good for nothing at all. Like worse. Like just a taker. Taking more than you've ever given. That means like when you murder. Or you take to the point where other people don't have because you're hoarding, because you're being greedy, you're gluttonous. That's what caused Satan to fall from heaven. People don't realize this. It's because the multitude of thine merchandise, iniquity was found in thee. The multitude of your stuff. That's not just your diamonds and carbuncles and onyx and jasper and alabaster and all these other precious materials. You know what I'm saying? That's what Satan had a lot of. And he also was a great musician. And he also could reflect the light of God. So he knew how to do... He had a special job in heaven, supposedly. And that's what happened. He just started getting a big head. And because of all of his stuff, he started fearing having to be the number 2 forever. So he started conspiring to exalt himself so he could have more merchandise. He could have all the merchandise. He could be the king. He could be God. And that's why all these people worship him right now. And that's why people don't know the difference between thou shalt not murder and thou shalt not kill. And here's like another one they'll say, don't you dare judge me. But it's not a sin to... When Jesus says judge not, be judged first. I mean, to some extent, it just stand for judge. Like, look, like, if someone was being an asshole and you say, you're being an asshole, you're making a judgment. But there's another kind of judgment. In the context which it was used there, this is what it means. Condemn not. Be condemned first. Like if, back in the day, they used to stone adulteresses. And that's why Jesus stopped them from stoning an adulteress. Because, look, condemn not. Be condemned first. Because we've all done something maybe we are worthy of big time punishment. But yet, here we are. We got a second chance. So look, give as many that can receive a second chance as possible. Because It's what's right. You, the fact that you're here now, you got a chance right now to just try to make a change for the better. And try to make a change to understand to the fullest what things mean and what the implications or ramifications are. That is a biblically endorsed topic, or biblically endorsed, I can't even think. Way to operate anyway. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. It's a way to operate, and it's endorsed in the Bible that just know your stuff, man, and know it good, and know some more. You know what I'm saying? And then put it into practice, and always watch for the impending danger. This is also another topic. So people like to call people like us paranoid, but we're not. We're just doing what we're supposed to do, trying to avoid a situation.